Hey, 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 guys. It's Connie here. Welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry. I need to apologize because I realize, disappearing on you for 3 months is not cool. I know that. I know that with every fiber of my being. So I want to apologize, but I don't know what happened. Like I felt like I think, I was going through a lot in my personal life and I couldn't get myself to even give you guys an update. Like I wanted to. I thought about it so many times, but there was just this like block. Okay? So, thank you so much for I don't know, just stopping by and watching this video and letting myself explain, letting me explain. Gosh, I can't even talk because I haven't done this in a while. I like literally forgot how to do a YouTube video. But anyways, so as you guys know, the last couple years have been an incredibly transformative year of growth and me really just catapulting because, there was a time where I was intensely seeking God. And when you intensely seek God, you're going to get some answers. Okay. Let's just say that. And it's just something that, I had been wanting for so long and to, find out who I was and all of that. And that happened over the last couple of years. And I'm so grateful to God because knowing that, having that understanding of knowing who I am, it just helps me to maneuver through life a little bit easier. And because when I didn't know who I was and I'm a late bloomer, okay? I mean, it's kind of sucks, but I'm a late bloomer and I got a lot of the answers of, that I wanted, I got so a lot of the questions that I had, I got answers to very late in life from God. So, um, anyways, so let me just tell you, even though it was a crazy, transformative, revelatory year, past couple years for me, they were not void of being having some pain involved in it. Okay. um and I don't want to get into too much detail, but it had to do with my marriage and stuff like that. And I went down this road of really just being focused on myself, and the one innocent person that was getting affected by all of that I didn't really think about very much was my son. Okay. He kind of had to bear the brunt of the issues, let's just say. And you know he was the one that kind of was suffering in the silence, just as a 7-year-old boy. And I went through a period where it was like it was just very much all about me and I was being a horrible mom. This is just a little bit of what I'm going to share with you guys. I can't share everything because obviously I have to protect my privacy a little bit and the privacy of my family, but um so a lot of my channel here on my channel, the videos that I've been making is about you and your purpose and you coming into you know the knowledge of who you are so that you can fully step into that. And sometimes, and I'm a victim of it too, is that sometimes God will give you a purpose right in front of your face and you're still going out and you're trying to look for it, or you're trying to search for it. You're like, God, give me, what is my purpose, right? And for me, I feel like I have a lot of purpose here on earth for helping people. Obviously my YouTube channel, I've done a lot of consult calls with the people that have come to me with their problems. And I'm not a fortune teller, I'm not a psychic in the sense that like I can see into the future. I'm an empath, right? So I pick up on your energy and I just tell you exactly what you need to hear. I don't tell you you should do this, you should do that. I tell you only what it is that you need to hear to kind of guide you. Okay? So I find great purpose in that. I feel like God has put me on the planet to be an empath, okay? To be an intuitive empath and to help people because I can see much more, oftentimes much more than the person can see themselves. So, anyways, but there's also what God has given to you to do right now, right? And um, so that for me was, being a good mom, and I was failing as a mom, I would say for the last couple years because of different issues that I was having. Okay. So with the marital stuff and stuff like that. So I was not being a good mother to my son, and it really impacted my relationship with him. And it's kind of like I felt like God was just sort of like slapping me upside the head a little bit, going, "Hey, I gave you a big job here. Yeah, you can help other people with your YouTube, but there's another thing that you have right in front of your face that you are failing at." Okay, so that was a huge wake up call for me because I cannot tell you guys how important it is for a child to have the love of their mother. Not just their parents, but specifically a mother's love. Now, a lot of times, and I've met and I know people, I know men that have a lot of issues. Okay, they are extremely broken because they did not have a mother's love. I know this very well. Okay, it's very close to me. It does something. The masculine man will lose even his masculinity in some sense, the ability to go after basically masculinity. Masculine energy is about going out and getting things done and achieving. There's a sense of competing and competition that men thrive on. They like to win. They want to be successful. They're driven. That's all masculine energy driven. And when you don't have a mother, okay, that has first nurtured you, who has first believed in you, has guided you, they are broken. Okay. And a lot of times I could just tell with people that I meet, out and about, like if you're a man, whether I could tell whether you're in your masculine energy or your feminine energy more, because every person has both aspects. Okay. And when okay, so let me not get off tangent, but a man is affected deeply and is wounded deeply when he does not have his mother around, his mother to really just pour out her love, her attention, um, onto him. Okay. It's like, and I've seen it in real life, just how damaged the person gets, you guys. And I had a wake up call, and I really truly feel like God is teaching me what love really is in terms of, Jesus tells us, there is no greater love than laying down your own life for your friends. And in my case, it's like my son. I would forego, and I want to forego any kind of desires or, supposed things that would make me happier and focusing on that. I would forego that, okay, for my son. I was not focused on him. I was focused on me and how Connie can get all her desires fulfilled, okay? Um, and I'm still trying to balance that, okay? But for the sake of my son, okay? Because you can't just say, "Oh, I don't matter and everything's going to be about my son," either. You can't go to that extreme. There has to be a prioritization. Okay. And so that's what I kind of came to the conclusion of. And it was really, really transformative. And it took me a long time to kind of, repair my relationship with my son, because I could tell that because I wasn't focused on him, because I wasn't pouring myself into him as much, he started to feel like I didn't care. And he started to act behaviorally, out. So, um, that's kind of what, and it just kind of broke my heart. And like I said, I felt like God was slapping me upside the head and saying, "Hey, get yourself together. He I gave you the job of giving birth to him and to be his mom, and you're failing." And so, and it got me thinking a lot about, gosh, do I want to put my energy into YouTube and say, "Oh, this is my purpose here, is to help people and be this like spiritual teacher and mentor and all of that," or is that more important? Why is my focus and my energy going more into that when I have something right in front of me? I have something that God gave me that is so rewarding, and to see him fully thriving, feeling absolutely secure in himself because of the firm foundation of love that we're giving him. um because kids want to be seen and heard. I'm I remember growing up how much I wanted my parents to be more involved, to pay more attention. And I largely I felt very not seen and not heard as I grew up as a kid. And I was like, "Oh my Lord, I am repeating the same thing here. This is a cycle," And I snapped out of it. I snapped out of being so focused on myself. And I was like, what's the priority here? It's him. It's him. And I'm gonna have to put aside, you know, um, my own wants and desires and focus on him. And that's pretty much what I've been doing these last few months. And for me, it's kind of like I don't want to give up my YouTube because it's so much a part of who I am, and I'm just trying to balance it. I'm trying to not get, because when it's whatever you focus on, that's where your attention goes. That's where everything goes, so it's like hard to it's I'm trying to find a balance, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And uh, the priority is my son, and making sure that he is you know okay emotionally, his emotional well-being. I mean, that's of the utmost importance for me, over YouTube, over doing my consult calls, over anything else. And you know honestly, with YouTube, I'm still wondering if this would ever be my last video on here, or if I will be able to like do both things. um yeah, so that's just where I'm at, and I wanted to give you guys an update. I always get downloads from God, and you know, it was just really hard for me to come out here and share, because I was very much in that space of how do I get my relationship with my son better, and I was just kind of in that space. And he's an extremely he's so much like me, you guys. He's an empath as well. When we go places, I could just tell, like, he's observing, and he's getting a lot of information. He's receiving a lot of information. And that's the same thing with me. When I go into social situations, I am receiving a lot of information. I'm picking up, and I'm a sponge, and I'm absorbing energy. And so he's the same way, and he prefers, uh, he's more like an introvert. So he prefers to be, alone. But he's very driven, he's very talented, he's very passionate, and he's very competitive. And it's like he's destined for greatness. I'm not just saying that because he's my son. I just see greatness in him because he has such a drive to be the best and to succeed. It's crazy. And um yeah, so I'm trying to guide him as best as I can, and put his, because I don't want him to grow up wasting his potential. But anyways, um that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. I just wanted to give you kind of like, a life update. And I'm still kind of going back and forth about this channel, and whether I want to keep uploading or not, or just trying to find a good balance between making sure that my priorities are straight and that my son is the most important person in my life, and the big job that God has given me in raising him, to be a man who is healthy, who is emotionally stable, who is going to grow up with a feeling that, his mom was there to support him through everything, and I just want him to know that I love him, and that I would do anything for him. Okay, so yeah, my life got a little bit off balance there, but and I'm sorry again for the long pause on this channel and just kind of disappearing on you guys. But thank you for listening. If you came by to listen to the video, thank you. I can't even talk like I when you haven't done this in a while, like it's really hard to like, I don't know. It's like a muscle that it's like working out. If you haven't worked out in a while, it's hard. But if you do it all the time, it's like easier. Anyways, only a YouTuber would understand this. But thank you for listening. And I have a few other um, messages that I would want to share, and the revelations that I had, which kind of I touched on a little bit earlier in this video about masculine feminine energy. It's like very, very interesting. It's very fascinating. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one. And I love you. Merry Christmas. And I think I'll be back. I don't think this is my last video, but yeah. I'll catch you in the next one.